There is no place in the world where the gap between rich and poor is as clear as in Africa. One example is Eswatini, a small country that was once called Swaziland. Most of the people there live in poverty, while the royal family enjoys extreme luxury. About 63% of the people in Eswatini earn less than $1 a day, and the country is struggling with economic problems. But despite all this, King Mswati III is incredibly wealthy. Make sure you subscribe so you will get all updates from us. His personal net worth is about $200 million, and he controls a trust worth $10 billion. He owns private jets, expensive cars, and many grand palaces. Here's how the Eswatini royal family spends their billions. Owning a car in Eswatini is very rare. There are only 32 cars for every 1,000 people, which means most residents have to rely on public transport. For them, buying a car is not even an option because they barely have enough money for daily needs. But King Mswati III doesn't have to worry about that. His great wealth has allowed him to build an impressive collection of luxury cars. He has a special love for Rolls-Royce cars, and he doesn't just own one or two, he has an entire fleet of them. In 2019, the king made headlines when a large shipment of luxury cars was seen crossing the South African border into Eswatini. He had imported 19 Rolls-Royces and 120 BMW, which caused public outrage. Many people in Africa called this move shameful and heartbreaking because the king was seen as spending millions on himself while ignoring the struggles of his people. The total cost of this fleet was an astonishing $24.4 million. Whenever the king travels within the country, he usually rides in the back of a Rolls-Royce, and when he attends ceremonies, a red carpet is always rolled out for him. The king didn't just buy the cars for himself. His 15 wives and 23 children also get to use them. In Eswatini, polygamy is legal, but it is mostly practiced by the royal family because few others can afford it. The exact number and types of luxury cars in the king's collection are not fully known because his private life is closely guarded. However, we do know about some of his favorite vehicles. He owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom, which costs about $450,000. This powerful luxury car has a 75-liter V12 engine with 563 horsepower. It can reach a top speed of 250 kilometers per hour and go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 5.3 seconds. Another luxury car in his collection is a Bentley Flying Spur, which costs around $214,000. This car is nothing for the king since his yearly salary is said to be around $50 million. His Bentley has a 626 horsepower W12 engine and can reach a top speed of 333 kilometers per hour. Bentleys are popular among royals worldwide. The company even made special limousines for Queen Elizabeth II. King Mswati III also owns at least 120 BMW, including a BMW 760 Li worth about $156,000. This car has a powerful 6.6-liter V12 engine with 600 horsepower. It can reach 305 kilometers per hour and go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 3.8 seconds. Among his other luxury cars are Mercedes-Benz W221 worth $180,000 and a Rolls-Royce Cullinan worth $335,000. The Cullinan was specially customized for the king's preferences and has a 6.7-liter V12 engine producing 563 horsepower. It can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.5 seconds and has a top speed of 243 kilometers per hour. The king also reportedly owns 20 Mercedes Maybach S600 Pullmans, a Maybach 62, and a BMW X6. His love for luxury extends beyond cars. He also owns private jets. His private planes have been the subject of much controversy. His first plane, a $20 million McDonnell Douglas MD-87, was allegedly a gift from an Indian mining company. He used it for several years before upgrading to something even more luxurious. For his 50th birthday, he bought himself a $16 million Airbus A340-300 from China Airlines in Taiwan. Reports say that UNICEF warned him against purchasing the plane, as it could make Eswatini ineligible for emergency funds. This caused a major public outcry. The Airbus A340-300 has a range of 13,700 kilometers and can fly at a top speed of 913 kilometers per hour. The king uses it frequently for international trips and meetings with world leaders. Some reports suggest that because of this plane purchase, Eswatini lost $400,000 in food aid meant for struggling farmers. Eswatini is an absolute monarchy, meaning the king has complete control over the country. As expected, he and his family live in many extravagant palaces. The royal family's annual budget is about $61 million, and a large portion of this money is spent on redecorating palaces. In 2004, the king gave one of his girlfriends $15 million to renovate 3 palaces and build new homes for his then 11 wives. That same year, the royal family also spent another $4 million to construct 5 new state homes. One of the most luxurious palaces is the Lavish Royal Palace, which serves as the king's main residence and is often used for official meetings with world leaders. The palace is famous for its golden hallways, red rose decorations, and grand crystal chandeliers. It also has a massive golden conference room decorated with expensive red and gold tapestries. Another significant royal home is the Eswatini Palace, located about 10 miles from Lozita. It is the home of the Queen Mother and is the site of the annual Reed Dance Ceremony, an important traditional festival. However, the king's most valuable property is not his palaces. It is his land. He owns 60% of the entire country's land, making him the largest landowner in Africa. His land holdings cover about 1 million hectares, and much of it is used by locals for farming and livestock grazing. However, the people have no legal rights to the land, which means the king can evict them anytime without any compensation or support. Apart from land, the king also owns thousands of cows and goats, many of which were given to him as dowries. In Eswatini, livestock is considered extremely valuable. The king himself once famously said that people should treat their livestock like family. The king's wives are also known for their extravagant shopping habits. Whenever they travel abroad, they spend large amounts of money on luxury brands. They have been seen in Italy shopping for expensive items from Versace, Tommy Hilfiger, and Burberry. One princess reportedly spent $820 on a designer backpack, which angered many people since that amount is more than what most citizens earn in a year. Whenever the queen appears in public, she is often seen wearing designer dresses and expensive diamond jewelry. The king's children also enjoy a lavish lifestyle. They frequently travel to cities like Los Angeles and London for leisure. 2 of the princesses were even seen partying with American rapper Kid Cudi in Los Angeles. The royal family throws extravagant parties regularly. For example, the king's son celebrated his 23rd birthday with an underwater-themed party in Dubai, featuring professional divers and exotic fish. Despite the king's enormous wealth, he is not the richest monarch in Africa. That title belongs to King Mohammed IV of Morocco, who has a net worth of $8.2 billion. His fortune, which he inherited from his father, includes a 35% stake in the holding company Al Mada. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos like this. Stay tuned to this channel for more great videos. See you next time.